out that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. They come out here in the eye. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. Now Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now Davis. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. 3rd down here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Barkley. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. With a juke. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down following the run.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a 1st down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Navarro Bowman not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 0-0 our score. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down, as on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On the carry, it's Davis. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Here's Barkley. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They go again with Davis. And he'll power his way up near the 25. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Time to step aside. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Now, not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. This is Burbridge. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
timeout. Now come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. After the penalty, it's Elliott. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams have had their moments so far today. That's why we have a tight game on our hands. We'll have to see if either side can take control in the second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Collins is going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 12. Now 1st and 10. Herbert is wide open here on the catch. He ends up picking up 12 yards and heads out of bounds. Score stays the same, though, as they missed the field goal. Final seconds in the first half. Elliott's able to get clear of everybody, and he'd go in for the 65-yard touchdown. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to Levi's Stadium for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Underneath to Davis. The 40. Past the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Now Barkley, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. That's the big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. this was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
So they're going to go for 2.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 now. We got to stand up over here. Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
They'll try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Davis now. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come out here in the eye. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Play clock winding down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 1-9. Let's go. 1-9.
First down, Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I?
Touchdown, Cowboys! Keith Marshall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And he's able to put it through. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Davis. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jalen Smith out of Notre Dame. Partner, that's got to be one of the best stories in the NFL, seeing him out on the field.
Yeah, it really is. That injury that he had during the bowl game against Ohio State, boy, that hurt his draft stock. So nice to see him out there.
I had him rated as the top player in his class in 2016 before his injury. He ends up going in the second round, and now he's starting to make the plays we expected to see.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Barkley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Good job, baby. Good job. Good stop, Pete. Good stop.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
Still third down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A first down carry by Elliott. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, it's Elliott. Shreds the tackle. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and 4th down coming up.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Detroit! Detroit!
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Come on, let's go! What? Nine!
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Oh, look at the juke. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go to Elliott again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. This is Marshall losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Nowhere, 22, go nowhere. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. That'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They start on the ground with Elliott, fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Let's go! Brand 38!
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Dallas, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.